Pilgrim versus the World. Alright, so comic book nerds have been looking forward to this movie for decades now. This was originally a 6-volume epic novel, and they decided to turn it into a movie.
Hey, what's up, Alex? Whoa! So, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, very straightforward. If you've seen any sort of preview for this movie, you know exactly what it's going to be about. Scott Pilgrim fights 7 evil exes for his dream girl, Ramona Flowers. Sounds reasonable.
Now this was directed by Edgar Wright. You might recognize him from Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz.
Awesome movies.
Watch them now.
Pause it, watch them, come back.
We'll wait.
Anyway, Edgar Wright, what he did for zombies with Shaun of the Dead is basically what he did here with comic book nerds / video game nerds.
So the cast for this movie is, we have of course Michael Cera, the chick with all the different hair colors.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead. As Scott's sister, we have Anna Kendrick, the evil exes, Chris Evans, the guy from Chuck, Jason Schwartzman,
Gideon, Kieran Culkin. Fantastic. I honestly...
Last night, just later, I was at a movie when you texted me first. So I texted you later.
Kieran Culkin. He stole the screen whenever he was on screen. He played Scott's gay roommate. He honestly was movie when he was in the movie. Strangely good gay guy.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Happens to you all the time. As far as acting goes, nothing was super spectacular. The exes, none of them are really on screen long enough to have them be super spectacular.
But they pretty much own the screen when they're on it.
Well, yeah, visuals. Wow.
This movie went insane.
They took something even as simple as a band playing and made it a visual masterpiece. Someone hit the bass drum on the drum set, like a whole shockwave would the guitar would have lightning bolts coming out of it. Now, as spectacular as I thought this movie was, I fear there are, of course, its problems. I think where this movie falls short is a lot of its descriptions. A lot of things that need to be described more, go into more depth with. There was a lot of backstories that, could have been explained better as far as the exes go. Despite all these shortcomings, nondescript events happening, I think it's okay because the movie, it doesn't really take itself seriously in a good way. Because if it took itself seriously, it would suck. There's things that happen
that do not make sense in physics,
in logic, anything.
Jesus could not do half this stuff. Okay, maybe he could.
It all boils down to those fights visually are amazing because you go get anything from 8-bit weapons. Oh, it's just crazy. It's crazy.
There's a lot of awesome video game references.
It basically is.
It is.
Just a large video game reference. You'll hear music from video games. That, I think, again, is another reason why I don't know if this will do amazingly well in theaters or being well received in the world.
And now to our female correspondent.
Because we're not sexist.
At all.
Demi!
Pilgrim is one of those comic book movies that starts with a guy who's not very popular, and then he comes across an awesome girl who changes his life.
Thank you, Demi.
Wonderful insight.
Wonderful.
She's a girl.
And the last review didn't really quantify how good the movie was.
10.
Inception was a 10. Since we love you guys so much,
And girls.
we're doing this because we respect you. We have decided to have our own little unique grading system. And for this movie, we will personally give it a Scarlett Johansson! But that's just a personal preference. That's what we personally would do it.
I'd say for the average moviegoer that doesn't do a lot of the video games, still go see it in theaters because it is a visual work of art.
So for the average movie-going audience, we're going to give this
Anna Kendrick! Now, if you don't agree with our rating as far as how hot these girls are, please let us know in the comments below.
Who is what number on a scale of 1 to Megan Fox?
Or any other 10 kind of girl.
1 to Megan Fox.
Okay. So if you like our reviews, like our videos, go to the bar below, and you should be able to subscribe somewhere down there. Do it, because we're awesome.